Hello, and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival 1.10. My name is Spanj. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Welcome to Masperon, of all places. Yeah, I just popped over here to Masperon. A lot of you guys mentioned in the comments when I think I mentioned in the last episode that I could do with some alien thorn in order to produce some medicines. I keep running out of medicines. Now, I did buy a bunch at the trader, but it would be good to be able to replace my supplies on my own. And you guys mentioned that alien thorn is quite prominent here on Masperon. And indeed, I found here in the marsh biome a bunch of alien thorn plants just littered on the ground. In fact, Masperon is rich in many sort of food and medical based ingredients. As you can see, there's a bit of pentaxid there as well, just for funsies. But yeah, mushrooms for days. Funnily enough, these mushrooms, they look bright and obvious. You'd think you can pick them. You can't. So we just move on. We're getting eggs here from the ground here. There's eggs and those things. I assume some raptors are going to come along and probably be very annoyed with me that I just took their eggs. But yeah, there we go. So we're getting some alien thorn from Masperon, which is great. And that's going to help us loads in order to get our own meds and stuff. So what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to leave the Elion system. And I said it in the last episode that we're going to be making our way into the deepest, darkest of the galaxy on the way to Sigma Zero sector to continue the story missions, of course. I seem to be under attack. Stand by. Yo, Hammerhead. Maybe want to help me out with this? Thank you. Appreciate it, buddy. What's the point of having an armed starship right next to you? It's going to shoot down the friggin' drones. Unbelievable. Right, anyway, that's dealt with. So yeah, Masperon. Bit hostile. But otherwise fine. I would be curious, I think, actually, maybe at some point I will do a sort of short review of all the stars. I think it would be good, because I think, you know, they've changed the starting on each of the planets, and it would be good to see how they've done that, to an extent at least. Anyway, I'm not sure how I can make that into a short video, but, well, I could certainly try. Anyway, so there's a bit of alien thorn. There's probably a bunch of other marshes across Masperon here somewhere, so I guess we'll have to find it. But this sort of darkish green area is what I'm thinking of marshes. And so there's another patch over there. There's a little patch there. You've got Xerax territory. Xerax have got a lot, actually, down here. Interestingly, I did actually stray into the Xerax territory, and it said my reputation with them is neutral. Although that drone that just came over and zapped me, I don't think is a Xerax drone. I think it's something else. Right, so let's turn the thrusters on here. Let's head south real quick. I want to check this out. So we're entering Xerax territory now. You usually get a little pop-up when we do. Yeah. Entering unknown faction. Your current reputation is neutral, right? I got my shields down at the moment because I'm just saving power. There is a level 1... Abyssal outpost. Okay, so these are the Abyssal. Hello. Picking up some kind of communication signal. My ship is on the drift. I got no control. Maybe we should follow up before we get bogged down here, or maybe impede our progress. I gotta go with no thanks, because I want to do Masperon's missions and Akua's and Skillion's missions all separately. I realize I just probably strolled right into the story area for Masperon there. So a little preview, I guess, of what's to come. But I don't want to get bogged down in doing all the story missions here when I'm trying to obviously progress this tutorial Let's Play into what the hell do we do when we leave the Elion system, when we're done here. Where do we go and how do we proceed? So here we go. Here's another marsh area. There is loads of alien thorn down here. I'm going to go ahead and pick all that up, and some of the other resources that are just strewn around. As you can see, I've done quite well for myself here. So I go ahead and do that, and then we are going to set course out of here. So I'll see you guys in a second. So where are we going? Well, last episode we obviously found Sigma Zero over there, the mining operation near it, and we kind of eyed up Rayidra here. There's only a 10.7 light year jump on the way. So let's have a look. We'll lock that target in. I don't need shields on right now, but if I don't turn them on right now, I'm probably going to forget about them and then get blown up by something. So let's turn the shields back on then. Point ourselves at And it's the same as warping in the local system. You point yourself at where you lock, get up to speed, and hit K. And bingo, we're just warping here. We get another Explorer's token because it's the first M-class sun that we've been to. So there we are. We have successfully, ladies and gentlemen, left the starter system, and now we are in a brand new solar system. We can see on the galaxy map here where we've come from. We got a nice little grey line, so we can always retrace our steps back. We're not sure how to get back to Elion. We want to go back. I mean, the Elion system is good. It's got a lot of traders and things like that and resources in it. So sometimes you might find yourself going back here because, well, once you go out into the vast beyond, you might start noticing a lack of much of anything at all. And that is deep, darkest space. Most of it, unfortunately, is empty. Now, the same can be true here for the vanilla game of Empyrion Galactic Survival. A lot of the worlds and stuff that are outside of any of the faction territories will be devoid of anything, really. We can have a look at the faction territories. Back on the galaxy map here, we can click territories, and we can see these colored blobs everywhere, including that big red one. We've got a legend on the left-hand side that tells you what they all are. See, Elion, being an exception to the rule, is out in the middle of nowhere and has quite a high population of stuff going on of it. Everything else that's out here in the middle of nowhere and stuff is probably not got much going on. So if you want to go and find POIs to conquer, traders to trade with, or interesting things to see, then you're going to have to go and explore the colored blobs here on the galaxy map. It's going to take a little while. So you go check out Creel, for example. They've got quite a lot of cool looking ships and POIs, but mostly hostile. The Polaris over there, the orange, the big sort of orange color there, lots of trading stations and stuff like that. The Tesh over in the purple is a faction in progress. They won't have a lot going on over there at the moment. The teal color there is traders, so again, lots of trading opportunities. The red is obviously the Xerax Empire, big huge blob of red, and then you also see these little smaller blobs of color dotted around, and there's some of the little smaller factions in the game. You got the Legacy over there, which is very hostile, very dangerous space. Probably want to go there at the end of the end game and stuff once you got yourself a battleship and stuff. That I think is the Brotherhood of Fire over there. That I think is the Wastelanders over there. The Free Colonists are around somewhere. I think that might be them down here. Their pirates are out there somewhere as well, pirate clans. So yeah, you can find little, I think that might be the pirate clans down there. You find little blobs of activity here, there, and everywhere. But let's have a quick look around Kraydra here. Don't hold your breath for anything particularly exciting or interesting, and just trying to set expectations on the offset here. But it is important to show you guys what is out here in the big dark massive space. Now, straight away, we're going to use the solar system map just as we did before. Gyanya here is a desert, a medium desert planet. Now, that interestingly has a resource that we've not seen before, aluminium. That is potentially got aluminium on there. So I think it's worth a stop by this desert planet and have a look, see if we can get some aluminium. If we can dig up some promethium while we're there as well, that's always good. Zeta over here is a barren metal planet. We're already familiar with the barren metal planets now. No multiple anti-aircraft turrets detected. Use extreme caution. This doesn't apply to planets outside of Xerax territory. There will be no anti-air systems on that planet. So you get all those resources pretty much for uncontested. Be a great place to stop by and get some gold and platinum. So yeah, we should stop by there and do a bit of mining as well. Over here is another barren planet, and there are pentaxid deposits down here. Pentax is very important, obviously keeps our warp drive and our shields running. So we should probably stop over there and get some of that. There's also a good source of sathium here as well. So again, another resource that we're very low on. So that's all on planets. Then we've got 2 moons. The moons will have default configurations by the look of it, because we've got 2 barren moons. They're going to be basically clones of each other. There might be a crash ship or 2 on these barren moons, but that's probably about it. Small deposits of pentaxid. Magnesium, always good for making ammunition. Then we switch to the orbital view, and we can see in orbit of that moon is Erestrum, very nice. In orbit of this one, nothing particularly interesting. Nothing particularly interesting. Nothing particularly interesting, although Sathium and Promethean is always good. There's an empty space sector over here, which is, as the name describes, you know, empty. And there's a gold asteroid. Oh, very interesting. Around Zeta 56262 there. Gold asteroids. I mean, that is literally like striking gold. That is a lot of gold in a gold asteroid. You can get gold deposits, but typically gold deposits will be small or very small. So they won't necessarily be worth your time if there's a gold asteroid. If you can find anything else other than gold deposit, go for the gold deposits, obviously. But if you can find a gold asteroid, go for the gold asteroid, because my god, you're going to get like a good sort of 2,000 gold bars out of that or something, right? Okay, so do check the orbital view and do check the planetary information. They will give you the resources on the planet and the resources above the planet. Both need to be checked out when you're looking for resources. And this is a stage of the game where you really want to be trying to get a good supply of all of the main resources, okay? So I think we'll start with the aluminium down here, Promethean. We'll go down to this Dennis planet, we'll check it out, we'll see what it's all about, and then we'll do a bit of mining. Do a bit of mining, guys. Well, I don't want to do... Well, hand mining isn't bad. To be fair, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do hand mining, but we've got an epic drill. It doesn't take very long. But I would like to show you guys one of the alternative mining options down on a planet. You can get mining SVs. Mining SVs are very good. You know, they have lasers and stuff like that. I have a very good mining SV on the workshop. Let me do just a quick ping, make sure I'm not running into anything dangerous. There is a lot of danger out here, actually. There's a lot of red question marks. Lots of SVs just dotted around as well. Okay. We'll try and just make a beeline for the planet, because iron, copper, silicon, cobalt, promethium, sathium. Sathium and promethium up here might be worthwhile. But yeah, I got a very good mining ship on the workshop called the Sky Miner. There is a reforged version and a vanilla version. Both do exactly the same job. They have 6 laser drills mounted front. Is an asymmetrical ship build. Has a decent amount of cargo. Excellent performance all around. Has a couple of defensive gat cannons. The fantastic little mining ship. I can't really improve on it. People will say, "Why don't you build another mining SV, Spanj?" It's like Sky Miner, literally peak mining SV. What do you want? If I build another one, it won't be as good. So there, the Sky Miner. Check it out on my workshop. That is a very good SV miner. Now the other one I'm gonna try and get into today is very aptly named and boringly named the HV utility vehicle, which is, as the name suggests, a hover vessel, which is specialized in utility. It has a grinder, it has a vertically mounted laser drill turret, and a couple of little other drills. It's also got a couple of rocket launchers as well, just for giggles, you know. But yeah, I might see if I can bring that in, because if they haven't changed the laser mining turret on hover vessels, then that thing, if I remember correctly, is absolutely awesome at digging out deposits from the ground. It like does it in seconds. It's crazy. All right, welcome to Desert Planet. What we're probably going to find here is a hell of a lot of resources and not a lot of anything else. There are a couple of POI markers that I'm spotting here, but I imagine most of them are going to be like little trash POIs. You know, like your abandoned farms, your subterranean tanks, and so on and so forth. You may be lucky to find an abandoned POI out here, like an abandoned factory or abandoned something or other. And if you do find one of those, they're definitely worth hitting. But most of the time, I think you're probably just going to be hitting these planets for their resources, because they're undefended, they're unguarded, it's completely safe mining territory. So you can take your time, relax, and do a bit of mining. What is that? A ruined old temple. There you go. So yeah, that's the sort of thing you'll find on these planets. They're pretty devoid of anything useful, to be honest, other than the resources, like I say. So let's stop off. There's a Promethean here. It's a very small deposit, so this won't take very long. But let's stop off here, and we're going to get this with our drone and our epic drill. We'll see if we can find some aluminium somewhere along the way as well. Big cluster of resources over here. But yeah. Oh, can I have another little look, please? Yeah, there's resources everywhere. It's a medium planet, so this won't take long to explore and find the resources we're looking for. All right, get mining. Oh, jackpot! There we go. They're all small and very small. There's a medium there actually, but these are all aluminium deposits. Look at that! Look at that! Beautiful. All right. The very smalls and stuff like that, I'll just use the hand drill, because I mean it doesn't take very long at all to just send the drone out and go diggy diggy diggy. It looks like aluminium is a voxel deposit then, rather than the nuggets. Interesting. There we go. We have discovered aluminium, which means that we get another explorer token. Look at that. Flamingo, that's a very small deposit. Done. Very, very quickly. Alright, let's get the other ones. It's sometimes worth checking out these planets as well, especially unique biomes like this one. You can get quite a lot of like unique plants. I mean, these guys aren't unique. You're getting herbal leaves here, and these are aphaxes here, the little tentacle things. And they give you plant protein. So there's nothing unique, but you never know. It might be worth checking out. You might get alien plasma T6, which is very useful for making medicines. You know, loads of other different things that could pop up. What are you? You're just a regular rock. I was like, are you a magnesium rock? You're not. So yeah, it's just definitely worth popping out every now and again about your ship. Especially if the biome looks kind of lush, unique like this. We can get a lot of herbal leaves here because we don't have them planted. Don't have aloe seeds. I suppose I could probably make some, but I don't need to now. Vegetables, look at that. All useful stuff. Just 2-minute little walk to go and touch grass. Job's a good one. Now, anyway, if we are going to go bring in that hover vessel that I want to bring in, we need to first of all unlock pretty much most of the stuff in the HV tech tree here, which I've just gone through and done. That's all unlocked. We've still got 943 points remaining as well, and we're still going to get more as we kind of continue to explore and stuff like that as well. So we should be able to unlock everything by now, I think, with the points that we've got. I don't think there's anything really left that's going to kill our points off. I think we'll basically be able to unlock everything now. Anyway, make sure everything's unlocked, and then go to the factory and add the HV utility in. Looks like we need 2 small optronic bridges is all we need. That's nice and easy. We've got 10 of those. So grab 2 of those and F2 to go back to the factory and pop them in. Start production. There it is. Spawn this. Right. We've got a medium aluminium deposit here. We're going to see what it takes to dig that up with this thing here. So I just need a little bit of fuel. So let me grab these fusion cells here. Pop that in there. There we go. Full of fuel. I haven't got any rockets for it yet, but we can make those later. At the moment, there's nothing to shoot, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, here we go. The HV utility vehicle, quite a nice little build of mine. I'll link. Well, my link to my workshop is down below. You can find it in there, but I'll try and link it as well. A couple of laser drills on the front here. 4 of them. Mostly for surface rocks or just general groundwork and stuff. But mostly if you're digging a deposit up like we're about to, this is the thing you want. The laser turret, the drill turret. I don't know if they've nerfed it or not, but we'll find out in a second, won't we? Oh, I am slightly warm. Have I got any water on me? So that's funny, isn't it? Because we started out really cold, so I've got hot beverages on me, but not water. There's only 7? Really? Oh, there's 2 there. I'll take that 2. Oh, that tanks your food as well, doesn't it? Alright, I'm going to need to stop and get some... we have 506 ice, actually, so maybe we'll be okay. Let's eat a burger. 2. Greedy. Yummy. Right. So yeah, a couple of missile turrets on the side here. Interesting, the missile turrets, though, they're like with the lowest CPU. They're lower the CPU than GAT turrets. It's really weird. And obviously the ammunition is much more expensive, though, so it's a trade-off. On the back, then, is a multi-turret for dismantling POIs. So essentially, you just sort of reverse it up to a POI and tear it apart. And then, obviously, I tried to have a little bit of fun with the decker, the blocks here, make it look like this crane moves and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we got aluminium deposit directly under here, like that, right? So we just deploy our HV utility vehicle here. The drill turret is activated. So the only way into it is to go into the devices menu, go to drill turret, activate and access, and then we just dig down. And I just wanted to see if the turret was as overpowered as it was, and to be honest, it's doing weird stuff. It's doing really weird stuff. But there's the aluminium deposit. It just, I think I'm parked a little bit too close. I think I just need to back off a little bit. I haven't used this in a while, and it's a bit odd. It's deforming the terrain in strange ways. It's like it's deforming it, but not really. Do you see what I mean? It's a bit weird. But yeah, that is absolutely decimating that deposit. so fast. I just, yeah, let's back off a little bit more. See if this, yeah, it looks like you need an angle. The other thing that's doing weird stuff is the dust. The dust being chucked up from where you drill makes it's so difficult to actually see the deposit. But you can see that once I do connect with the ore in the deposit there, it evaporates so fast. It's a very quick at drilling the resources out. It's just actually quite difficult to use. But yeah, it works pretty much as I remember it. There you go, the deposit's gone. And as a result, we've got a huge hole in the ground. Still aluminium down there. The little mark of the deposit's gone, but there's still aluminium down there. Gibbs. It's all the aluminium, yeah. So when you get like a large deposit, so medium, I would say medium and above, you want to get this thing out, right? It will make things a lot quicker. But yeah, when you get a large deposit, this thing just eats it. It eats it. Okay, so HV utility vehicle, the ore and wood controller is 887 aluminium, just like that. 1500 crushed stone as well. Crushed stone it's worth keeping to a point. I mean, when you got a stack, when you got 2 stacks, when you got 8 stacks of crushed stone, then it's like, you're probably right to leave it behind. But yeah, it can be turned into the basic ores. It can be turned into carbon substrate. It can be used for medicines and things like that. So definitely worth holding on to. Now, the problem I have, and I've just set myself up here, is that the hammerhead is not actually equipped to take HVs on board. It doesn't have a hanger or any kind of sled or anything like that, right? What am I going to do? I gotta try and makeshift my way a docking interface between these two. What I'm gonna do, actually, there's a docking pad on the bottom of the HV utility vehicle. So I'm gonna take that off, right? I'm gonna stick it on the top. I have no idea where that went. Oh, it is there. It is there. Yeah, stick it on the top. There's lovely half blocks here that just make everything so much easier. You stick it on top like that. There we go. Pretty. It just floats. This will be fine. This will be fine. And I wanted to just sort of snap it under here. I don't know if this is going to work. Come on. Yeah, look at that. It ain't pretty, but it works. That is technically docked. I'm just going to tow it behind. The hammerhead like that. That'll be fine. All right. So anyway, we've got ourselves some aluminium there. 2,149 aluminium. We can start turning that into aluminium powder just to shed some weight on the weight of that ore. The small constructor can do that actually. So we set that back to input, and we just set Control Shift click 1,000, and that takes 5 ore per 1,000. So and it outputs 10. So yeah, 1,000 should eat all of that basically easily. So yeah, we'll leave that cooking. Now there was also Promethean on this planet. There's very small deposits of Promethean dotted around. I think, to be honest, it's probably easier just go up and find the Promethean asteroid in space and eat that instead. There's a little hover vessel on the back there. Brilliant. There we go. So let's go up in space. We're going to hunt for an asteroid or two. I can't quite remember what was in space around this one. What was in space around here? All right, it's a Sathium and Promethean. Yeah, let's see if we can find some Sathium as well then. And then we're going to go for that gold. All right, Promethean asteroid. Nice. Okay. That works out. All right, so we've got a tool turret mounted on the top of the ship here. So what we need to do is switch to our blocks and devices box. I renamed all my boxes, by the way. I should probably say how to do that, shouldn't I? So if you go to devices, assuming you've got your auto group set, your cargo boxes are in a cargo box group, you can then select the box and you can change the name of it here. So I've done a little bit of renaming on the boxes. just to so it's easier in an F4 to know what the hell I'm looking at. And the more boxes you get, obviously, the more beneficial that is. Am I going to freeze? No. Oh, sweet. Cool. I could always send the drone out if I was. Or equip my EVA boost. So, we got a multi-turret retractable on there. We are connected to blocks and devices. We're going to take this up and turn the shields off first. Shields off with X. And then very quickly, again, because we don't want our plants to die, and this breaches the hull. So, we switch it to a retractable drill turret. There we go. Alright, so we're salvaging parts. We're on the multi-turret. We're drilling asteroids. We're on the drill turret. What is that? So we go back up and access it via the P menu again. We just devices. Let's turn our shields back on in case we get ambushed. Drill turret's down there. We can access it. And this one rotates. Yay! And these things absolutely destroy asteroids. You remember mining an asteroid with a hand drill? Even the epic one. It'll take a while. No, with this thing. The only annoying thing with this thing is you have to keep moving the ship. Right? So every time you mine a blob out, move the ship, go to the next blob, dig it up, and rinse and repeat. But this will net us some decent amount of Promethean that we can turn into fuel and stuff. There's loads of Promethean I left behind on that. Bit of the rock there, look. Get that. Yeah, these things have limited elevation and depression as well, so sometimes you can park the ship and then be like, can't quite reach. What the hell is that? Oh, crap. Oh, boy, that was close. No, that is too close. He's shooting at me. Evasive maneuvers. Oh, Jesus, good job I had the shields up. We're under attack. The bloody Scar. Hey, freaking Spidey senses, right? That was lucky. If I didn't remember to put my shields back up, then we would have some serious holes in the ship. Thank goodness for shields. That's freaking experience right there, I tell you. Having that little Spidey sense. Let's turn the shields back on in case we get ambushed, right? It happens, guys. It happens a lot. The amount of people I see, sometimes we get tickets on the server, right? The server I run for patrons and stuff. Or, you know, invisible ships destroyed me and stuff like that. You can just get snuck upon. You just get snuck upon so easily. All right, we're going to leave that Promethean asteroid then. Let's see if we can find Sathium somewhere and try not to get this cheeky devil. Absolute cheeky devil. Unbelievable. Right, I can set the signal logic of the tool turret to the drill turret here now, and then that should automatically turn off. In fact, it has gone away there. Look. Yeah, lovely. Fortunately, the hammerhead here is nice, speedy, and maneuverable. So getting away from hostile dick bags like that, nice and easy. Right, let's stay out of trouble this time. Find us some Sathium. Hey, Sathium. That was really lucky, actually. The first two freaking asteroids I have a look at. One is Promethean, the second one's Sathium. Packs. All right, so Sathium. Lots of Sathium on this asteroid by the looks of it. Let us activate the drill turret. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's trippy, isn't it? And we shall diggy some yellow stuff. This is a dense asteroid, so we are going to get a decent amount of Sathium out of this. I don't think we're going to be struggling for this for a while. And then when you're done, the asteroid looks a little like that. It's just been like slurped. Alright, so we could do with some pentaxid. There was pentaxid in orbit around one of these, wasn't there? Seem to remember. Maybe I'm imagining it. Damn. Okay. Pentaxid asteroids are amazing. But never mind. We need a pentaxid because that is what powers our warp drive and stuff. So there's pentaxid down on these moons. They will be tiny deposits. But we can head over to this barren planet. There's also pentaxid deposits over there. There's also aluminium and Sathium and Promethean over there. And in fairness, we could have done all what we just did on one planet. But you know me, and I like to make it difficult for myself. Anyway, let's go find some pentaxid. Alright, pentaxid. Only a small one, mind you, so we will stay in the ship for this. There's a lot of pentaxid rocks on the ground here, actually. Now, that's interesting. I may see if I can retrieve those, actually, because, I mean, those rocks, the big spiky ones, they're, yeah, 2 pentaxid per rock there, and they're so tightly clustered. Now, I suspect standing on this ground is probably going to roast my feet, but let's first of all, let's mine out the deposit. That will be... Yeah, it's lava, basically, but all these crystals, each one of these is 2 pentaxid, and look at this cluster over here. And there's a... what's that, gold-bearing rock there? Yoink. All 1 gold, steady on. Very small pentaxid deposit. I'm not seeing any blue outlines, so... I'm assuming it's a... Yeah, damn it. I'm not connected. Silly boy. Input, connect, da-da-da-da. Pick that up, what disappears. Yeah, if you get inventory full warnings when you're mining, it usually drops it out at your feet. Not the drone's feet, your feet. How much pentaxid do we get from one of these? 8 then. Like 2 a click, but 3 a click. Then we got 8 on 1 click. There we go. 4. I mean, we have 229 raw pentaxid right now. But let's go for a little run around. This is definitely going to burn us. Go on, we can take it. We'll just try not to stand on it too long. You know, 150 degrees. Yeah, it'll be fine. More gold. Boy, these barren planets are absolute gold mines, aren't they? Except they don't have gold on them. What's going on here? Why can't I pick that up? Thank you. Yeah, nice. Except the hitboxes. Hitboxes on these seem to be enormous as well, so I can only actually loot them if there's not another one like right next to it. There we go, we're getting it though. Get a decent amount of pentaxid out of that. And we're not even burning yet. It stood on lava. That looks pretty freaking awesome though. Look at that. The hammerhead in that lighting. Hang on. That's a screenshot. Boom. That looks sick. That looks very cool. So there's loads of other crystals around, but they're a little bit more spaced out. I particularly like that cluster because it was a cluster. They were right next to each other. Unfortunately, the only way to pick them up is by hand. So even if you had like harvesters on a hover vessel and you drove over that field of pentaxid and stuff, you'd still have to pop out every single time and pick them up. The best and quickest way to pick pentaxid up is from deposits, or preferably from asteroids. If you can find a pentaxid asteroid, you are a winner. Especially in vanilla. They're a little bit nerfed in like Reforged Eden scenarios and stuff like that, but in vanilla they are awesome. You get a couple of pentaxid asteroids and you basically don't need any more pentaxid ever. It's brilliant. And it's Promethean. I got a sneaking suspicion that pentaxid is in lava fields. So if I go over to lava fields, then yep, there you go, pentaxid. Bingo. That's a small, which is potentially pretty decent deposit of pentaxid. You know, in the grand scheme of pentaxid, the deposits are usually very small. So now we've lost sight of it. There it is. Lots of angry creatures in this part of the world. Here we go. Dig, 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 dig. 3, 5, 5, 8. Yeah, no, it's a decent amount of pentaxid, that is. So we should be good with maybe 2... How many deposits are on this planet? 7 deposits on this planet. So if we can find 2 more, I think I'll be happy to set sail, as it were. Well, bit of luck. And a trader, colonist trader here on the planet. Just up from where we were. So, this is a colonist Tundra Research 1031. Actually has settlement trader, which reminded me that I have a number of consoles and stuff to trade him. So, I think under consumables, I've got a bunch of trade goods here. Thought I did. Maybe I left it under blocks and devices, actually. I mean, I got the Cayenne and the Me, but then, yeah, he's not interested in that, really. But as for console deco, let me just double check. Furnishings, artificial plants, tech equipment. Yeah, he's interested. Interested. So tech equipment. I mean, they've got one plant. But there you go. And furnishings. See how much we can make on this guy. All right, consoles. 540 is his max. I mean, we got 108. There's 100 grand. Bingo. 18 techs. Oh. Yeah, 18, please. 6 grand. 99 furnishings. 1,000. And a lowly single artificial plant. 5. But 157,000. Not bad for a quick turnaround. Of, oh look, a base. This is weird though. Super weird. Just looking through here. Yeah. Aside from the half-naked women running around. Weird rocks. Weird rocks, alien creatures, and blue glowy stones and stuff. The other trader here is the science trader. You can sell him things like technical artifacts, alien samples, so on and so forth. You can buy all the boosts. And a few meds from him as well, which is pretty good. But I think we're done here. Let's move on. 730 pentaxid. Ready to go. That's not bad. Maybe that 2 over there. 732 pentaxid. Ready to go. Okay, so the last stop I want to make before we move on from this system was over the barren metal planet. Oh, hello, cheeky. Zeta, whatever. Platinum and gold. Go ahead and lock that target there. Sometimes you have to click it multiple times for it to actually realize that you clicked it, you know. And let's go. We've got 449 gold ore before I mine this gold asteroid. I got 2,652 gold ore after I mine the gold asteroid. Nice. Trying to dig platinum in the dark. And it's really dark. I mean, that's what it looks like without night vision on. And that's what it looks like with night vision on. In this case, the laser's the only thing that's actually lighting up the deposit and allowing me to actually see the platinum, or what I think is platinum. Point is, I'm actually picking up platinum here. I think mostly by mistake, to be honest, but hey, it's working. You know, we're going to get a lot of crushed stone out of this, but we're getting platinum, so it's all good. Anyway, so I stopped off and I got a bit of extra dysgosium and restrum while I was at it as well. Now, I can probably get this guy turning the enormous amounts of crushed stone that I managed to pick up here into copper ore, because I think the copper is probably the lowest of the basics that we have. So we got we got quite a few stacks of crushed stone there. So what we could do is just say, hey, build, get me 2,000. Give me the 2,000 copper. That will eat through eventually. It'll take a while because it's got to create the ore and then the ingots from it, but it will eat through this crushed stone quite nicely. That'll save me some time having to stock up on some copper, at least for a little while. And now this guy here, let's get him working on 500 pentaxid here. And that should keep us going for a very, very long time on the old warp drive. Okay, and then I'm going to get him to line up next a bunch of gold bars. Yeah, I think this guy will be finished before the small constructor works through that copper, at least anyway. This is going to burn through a fair old amount of fuel processing all this stuff, but yeah, that's fine actually. I'll leave it on consumables for the pentaxid, and then hopefully I'll remember to switch it over. If I get rid of the gold, then I'll check it later. We'll get it processing more ores. That is going to cost a bit of fuel running that. I mean, just 2 hours of fuel with a full tank right now, and we're idling. But let's get out of here, shall we? So that's this system done, basically. And yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell what you're going to be doing in the mid-game here on Empyrion Galactic Survival. Once you leave that starter solar system, it is pretty much all about acquiring more and more resources so that you can get yourself a bigger ship that can carry more and more stuff and load more and more stuff up. I mean, we had to run away from the Scar Nemesis earlier. Hopefully we'll be in a state soon as we gather these resources where we can turn around to that Scar Nemesis and say, nah, no, you die, I stay alive. Alright, see you later, thanks for playing, bye bye. Next up is Honor Zuda, which is also an M class star. Hopefully maybe we can go via Devi Alpha. Actually, let's take a little detour just so we can check out a different type of star. To be honest, I'm not exactly spoiled for a B, that'll do. Eartha Beta is a little bit off. We'll then turn right towards a G or a K or something, and we'll see what's going on over there. But for now, our exploration continues on our way to our next story destination, Sigma Alpha, Beta, Sigma Zero, whatever it is. Let's see what Eartha Beta has to hold. And that was a decent jump, as that knocked our pentaxid tank down by quite some time, by some way. But look at that beautiful B-type sun. This is why I wanted to come here. They are absolutely gorgeous to look at. Right, so consumables then. We should have some pentaxid coming in here now for our warp drive. Lovely. Look at that. Fills that up. Lovely. Oxygen is about 60%. Let's go ahead and pop some oxygen in there as well. One other thing that we may need to mine or stop and harvest is some water so that we can make more oxygen. But it's not urgent right now. Okay. Another solar system. Let's have a quick check around here, see what we've got going on. I'm seeing some interesting colors here. Okay, so we'll start with the less interesting ones. Over here we have another barren metal planet. Again, multiple aircraft system detected. That is probably a lie. We're not in Xerax territory. Over here is another barren metal planet. So I mean, between these two, we've got more restrooms, zirconium and gold and platinum than we know what to do with, to be honest. There is a small forest moon of Endor. Nope, sorry, Bazugraya. It sounds Russian, doesn't it? Bazugria moon. That's no moon. Yeah, we've got a bunch of empty space sectors here, which are nothing. And then we have a lava nascent planet. Well. This is a large planet. Now, one thing to note about this one, and it does give you the warning down here, high gravity, hostile, don't get stranded. A planet at the crossroads shrouded in a thick cocktail of atmosphere. Will it become a boiling or frozen world, or something just in between? All these gases stay up in the sky or condense to rain down. Will there be water? Blah, 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 blah. So, nascents, yeah, they're young worlds. They also have extremely high gravity. 4.1 G. The Hammerhead will not be able to do a controlled landing on that. That will go splat. But we can add more thrusters to it, and maybe we can go down there and check it out. And in any case, a lava nascent planet is a pain in the ass to explore, extremely expensive on fuel, and it has all the same resources that a perfectly normal barren metal does. The only reason to go down on a lava nascent planet is just for the sheer lols of it, or the POIs. Now, we're not in Xerax territory, so I expect that will be an empty lava nascent. But if we were in Xerax territory, then well, it would be absolutely teeming with Xeraxian scumbags and therefore also loot. Now, this one is interesting. Yao 84652 is an alien planet. So this will be a bit like Masperon, but a Masperon 2 on acid. Wear a lot of sunscreen. A world in black light. The atmosphere contains gases that are only passable for ultraviolet rays, while those are invisible to human eye. The surface may still reflect back as light, resulting in a bleak yet colourful landscape. Lots of resources on here, including pentaxid deposits, and they could be large. Magnesium as well, which is also very useful. So I think we're going to go check out and see what has to offer us today in terms of loot or resources or anything interesting. It is an alien planet after all, so it's probably going to be quite funky. Let's have a quick look. Wow, that's weird, right? Look at these 3 moons. They're almost perfectly positioned. This is not natural. This is not a natural moon configuration. What on earth is going on here? We've got three identical moons. That's crazy. They're all ice moons. They're all identical ice moons. We've got some pirate activity, some bandit, Scar, or Zirax activity, probably Scar or something like that. And I don't know what, some things dotted around, but copper, neo, sathium up in orbit, nothing interesting. But that bright green ball there and that bright blue ball behind us, those two in picture together would look pretty sweet. It's just odd with those moons, I tell you, that is weird. Let's get down there though and have a look around. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The alien planet, another explorer token is coming in. And we have got, we've straight away got a couple of POIs, but they are of the ruin type POIs. Let's engage some inertia thrusters here. A restrum, large. Destroyed mining towers on the left. On the right, over there, looks like a crashed capital vessel. And this is a large planet. And there is a pentaxid deposit there as well. Small. So nothing particularly new. There are lots of points of interest around here that may not be particularly interesting. Still, crashed capital vessel, that is a Hakon. That will have some thrusters and resources and stuff on it, and little bits and bobs. That might be worth stopping by if you're struggling for those resources, having just picked up a bunch of sathium and stuff. I don't think there's going to be anything on there that's going to be important to us right now. But there's some more destroyed mining towers. Yep. Lots of towers, lots of resources. 33 erestrum deposits, 18 pentaxid deposits, 18 magnesium deposits. I can find a magnesium. Oh, there we go. I'm going to whip by and dig that up. And then I'm going to have a quick look around. I don't think I can spend too much time here because it's a large planet and they're very, very long-winded, drawn-out exploration process to large planets. It just takes forever. Okay, here we go. Just park the ship there. And do a spot of diggy diggy. Well, we have something. We have something twice. We have an abandoned fuel storage here, which is a new one on me. And we have an abandoned Archaea mine over there. I also found a medium pentaxid deposit just over there as well. So even if these two POIs are complete busts, then we have a medium pentaxid deposit to cheer ourselves up with. I don't think these guys like go underground very much. I think they are just like surface POIs, but we will find out in the next episode, because unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for today. But I do thank you very much for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed, and I very much hope you'll join me for the next one. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.